Well, good evening, sir.
Oh, hey.
Hi there. I see you're doing a little bit of looking, maybe some browsing today.
Yes. Just a little bit of browsing.
Beginning the stages of looking around, trying to figure out what you want.
Yeah. Really just kind of curious about trying to decide whether I want to replace my truck or keep it.
Yeah.
And just get a car.
Now, are you more in the product stage of your research, pricing stage, a little bit of both? What kind of information?
We're in the pricing stage right now. We're trying to keep our payments to right around 350, less than 350.
You've got a budget you're working with, and so at that point you're trying to figure out what can that money buy.
Exactly.
Is that the idea?
Yep.
And then you said you replacing a truck, is that right?
Yeah, I got a Chevy Colorado 2005 one.
Okay.
It's kind of having some issues with it, and I'm like, do I want to replace? Do I want to like fix it?
Right.
Or do I want to
keep investing in that, or is it time to say goodbye?
Move on, or do I want to just get a car and keep that truck and just use it for a work truck around?
So can I ask you, when you're driving the truck that you have now, what is your primary use for the truck? Like how are you using the truck feature?
The truck. Oh, I use it to go. Not right now because we're in the winter, but in the summer, Home Depot trips, any home improvement stuff.
Running around
all the time.
Okay,
yeah.
So
I'm going to have a truck. I'm either going to keep mine and I'm going to get a car to drive back and forth from work, or I'm going to get mine and trade it in or sell it, and then I'm going to buy myself another truck.
And when you were deciding to stop by our dealership, is that because you're familiar with, you live and work in the area, or how did you?
I live in Jasper.
Oh, relatively close.
Yeah, not too far away.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah, so.
Well, let me do this. I want to be respectful of your time. Sure. Obviously, you're in the beginning stages. I want to make you aware that we do have, obviously, a selection on the ground right now. We have vehicles around the back, and we have vehicles coming in, as well as a great dealer network.
Okay.
So with the budget that you have in mind, what we could do to kind of paint a picture and start the puzzle pieces is what we could do is we can look at what we have in current inventory, and we can even look at incoming inventory and try to work because it's gonna come down to starting with a budget in mind. What's the most bang for your buck as far as the least amount of miles, right? The most functionality. Right. That's what you're gonna do, right?
Right. Yep.
So that whole process, by the way, I can do that for you. Is that something you have flexibility with, or do you have a timeline that you're working against? I mean, is this something that you have to do today, or do you have flexibility?
No. I have flexibility.
So it's not pressing urgency, but it's just we're okay.
Yeah,
good.
We're basically just kind of looking out.
Investigation stage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm Jonathan, by the way.
Brad.
Steinhauer,
yeah. Nice
pleasure to meet you. Well, let me do this for you, Brad. I'm actually customer service myself, so I'm not a product specialist or an inventory specialist.
Okay.
If you would like some of that preliminary, work done, I have some guys here that know the stuff inside and out.
Okay.
They're super cool and very friendly, and they're not pushy. That's one of the things that we do a little bit different here,
right?
Because we're a family-owned store.
Sure.
So, if I asked you, Brad, a weird question, when you're spending a lot of money, whether it's a couch, a TV, or a truck, what makes a good salesperson to you personally? And then I can see maybe if I can grab a card of a guy that can help you, or one of my ladies that can help you. What's important to you?
Oh, somebody. When I'm trying to spend money, getting really good detailed information about what I'm going to be spending money on.
Because you intend to keep it for a long time?
Yeah, when I buy a car, I drive it till basically it falls apart. This is what's happening with my truck right now.
So when you're making this decision, you don't make it lightly because you're thinking, I don't want to be stuck trying to have to remake this decision in 3 years. I want to make the long-term play.
I want to buy a car. I'm going to keep it for 10 years.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
Well. So then that being the case, I have two salespeople that I think are my more kind of detail-oriented salespeople who are along the lines of that more methodical way.
Yeah.
They're not high pressure,
Right.
So those might be some good fits.
Okay.
Would you allow me to grab a card of somebody or something like that? Is that something we can do real quick?
That's fine. Yeah.
Are you
I'll just be hanging out right here. I'm gonna sit in the car with my wife.
Oh, okay.
I'll just be hanging around.
I'll be right back then.
Okay.
I'll get somebody that can help you with that. Thanks, Brad. Okay, so starting the conversation, the wife was in the vehicle, not getting out, and from the body language read, as he kept looking at her for her approval, it was clear to me that he was going to transition to her. So I wanted to then start the conversation down the path of let's move to the next step, which is get somebody involved in that actual greeting. So I'm going to try to find somebody that can have this conversation. So give me a second while I pause this. All right, I happen to have Jared with me, and so we're walking out to the customer now. I'm going to introduce him to Brad, and I'll tell you kind of the story when we walk up to Brad. But do you have one of your cards on you by chance?
I don't.
Oh, you don't? Do you have a pen and paper to take notes? Or do you have your phone?
Yeah, I got my phone.
Okay, so you can take notes on your phone. Hey there, Brad. So Brad, I wanted to introduce you to Jared real quick.
How you doing?
Jared is a member of our team, and he's also happens to be one of my newest guys.
Okay.
So he hasn't learned all the car salesman ways yet.
Okay.
So he's harmless that way.
Yeah.
But also he actually happens to be one of our top guys, and I think it's because of his demeanor.
Cool.
Brad was sharing with me that when he does business on a vehicle, he plans on keeping it for a long time, so he likes to work with somebody who understands that he's going to want some details, he's going to want to compare, he's going to want to make the math make sense. He's working with like a 350 or below budget on a pre-owned truck. He's got an 05 Colorado right now that's starting to have some wear and tear, some maintenance issues that are making him maybe second guess keep it and keep investing or replace it. His other variable is he may hold on to the truck and get a commuter car and go that route because he still needs the truck for just basic living with his normal stuff with the house and running to Home Depot, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So right now he's in the investigative stage. What I'd like to do is if you can maybe get an idea of in the truck line we have, what would make sense for that kind of budget, and then in the cars, what can he get? Because on a car, you know this, Brad, is because of just the price point difference, you can typically get more car for the same money that you can for truck, right?
More car for it, yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, we've already been looking at. We went today is the first day we went out, but we stopped by your Schottenkirk, I'm assuming.
The Jasper.
Yeah, the Ford.
Because they're up in Jasper.
And we saw the Fusion.
Yes.
Okay, I didn't drive it, but I like the way it looks.
Let's get a little away from the exhaust there.
So I like the way the Fusion looks, and then we were just. I'm not very familiar with Dodge cars.
Right.
So I don't really know what they have in the.
I'm thinking like a 200 would come to mind immediately, in the
200,
Chrysler 200 or what is the Dodge? Is it the Nitro or what's
the Dart?
The Dodge Dart. The Dart.
That'd be a good option for you.
All right. So I just don't know much about those. And then the other, and then we've thought about either a Colorado.
Right. Going with what you know. Yeah.
Or a Tacoma.
Right.
And I've looked at full size, but I don't know if full size is going to be a little bit out of the budget that I want to spend.
The longevity you get with the reputation of a Tacoma makes it very attractive because they're known to go like forever.
Yes.
The challenge, of course, is that a 350 payment budget.
It's tough to find.
It's almost impossible because what you have to do is you have to find a price point that's low enough to kind of get into that money. But then you shrink usually what the term the bank will offer, which means you're compressing the loan, which drives the payment back up.
And I'm also, when I say I'm also factoring in how much I could sell my vehicle for.
Of course, you've got some initial investment
from
that.
Down payment that would get it into that area.
Okay.
But I just don't know. For instance, one attractive thing is that Schottenkirk Ford is offering 0% for 17 months on that Fusion.
Absolutely.
I don't know what they're doing with trucks. I don't know what kind of rebates are happening right now with trucks.
Yeah. I know. Our Ram trucks have amazing.
Do they really?
Yes.
Okay, so that would be something that I might want to look at as well.
Would you want to do a full size quad cab, regular cab,
something that can fit people in the back?
Have you driven a Ram truck?
Never. Well, okay. My brother used to have one a long time ago.
They're phenomenal.
So, Brad, let me ask this question, then I'm going to let you guys talk some more business, and I'm going to leave you guys alone. When you think about the truck, if you were to, in a nutshell or in a sentence, say what's most important to you? If you went the route of the truck, what would you say is the most important thing you're looking for in a truck that would make the difference? What's most important in a truck?
That's a good question.
Thank you.
Be able to get all four of my family members in there, my wife and my two kids.
Okay, and give me the ages. And
we're talking about 11 and 8, but it's going to last me 10 years, so they need to be able.
To grow into it. So really, we need the crew cab functionality on the truck.
Yeah.
So that's important. If we went the route of the car, what would you say would be most important if you went the route of a car?
A route of a car would be also, again, be able to get people in.
Family size.
I got to be able to sit in it without.
You're a tall guy like me.
That's one of the issues with a
We're all members of the Tall Man Club.
So I got to be able to sit in that, and then also my kids need to be able to grow up in the back. And then if I get a car, I'm going to be looking for gas mileage too. I'm going to want.
So initially it's passenger comfort and space and growth, and then economy on the car.
Yeah.
Do you feel like your current Colorado is giving you that kind of versatility, flexibility right now? Has the Colorado got the space when you take the Colorado?
Oh yeah.
It's got the crew.
My Colorado is it's fine. I mean, the issue is that I need to possibly replace the radiator and then also replace the rack and pinion for the power steering, which is an expensive piece to get to, and I don't know that I want to sink. They told me it quoted me about $2,000.
I was going to guess $1,500,
$2,000 into that when I have, but I don't know. Also, trucks are holding their value too.
They do.
I mean, it's like people want trucks.
They do.
I understand that, and that's another reason why I'm like, maybe I just need to get a car and keep my truck as just a work truck. Those are the two things that we have not figured that out yet, and I'm not going to figure it out today.
No, of course
just
not.
want to know kind of like
Well,
what the truck option would be that I could get into
yeah,
for around my price range.
yeah.
You know, figuring if I get a truck, I'm going to sell my
You're gonna
Colorado,
sell your
so I'm going to
truck.
have more money to put down.
Preliminary research on selling your truck. Do you have a retail value yet of what it would sell on private party, or if you sold it to a dealership?
Private party, I think I could get probably around 5,500. Dealership, maybe it's 35.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we would love that, and we can obviously then refurbish it and put it on our lot. It'd be good inventory for us too. So here's what I'd like to do then to let you guys connect. Obviously, like I said, Brad's very much in the beginning stages of this. Jared is one of my least pushy guys, and like I said, I think you really enjoyed just working with him over a period of whether it's a couple days, couple weeks, or months, whatever it takes. So let's make sure you guys swap contact information, and then if you can, even is it okay, Brad, if just real quick we pull up just what are the incentives on the Dodge Dart, what are the incentives on the 200, just so you kind of know apple to apple on what the programs are like.
So. Yeah,
okay,
that'd be good.
What was your bride's name?
My wife is Eileen. Where do you want her to pull?
I was going to say, if I could get you and Eileen to park right over here in front of where that golf cart is almost,
I can go in there.
then we'll go inside and Jared will help you out.
All right.
Thank you so much, Brad.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and turn the deal over to Jared at this point because I've got to do a few things, but I think we're in good shape here. So, all right, hope you enjoyed that.